Hello and welcome to Success and Wealth. I'm your host, Karen Kahn. And today I have the privilege of speaking with Cameron Morgan, who is a wealth manager at A&I Financial Services. And over the next few minutes, Cameron's going to share some financial insights with us so we can realize greater success and wealth. So thank you for being with us today, Cameron.
And thanks so much for having me.
So all of us want to be successful with our wealth. What are you seeing people do these days?
Well, unfortunately, I see so many people making not very good decisions with their wealth. They're making 5 mistakes, typically. They're not taking a great deal of time with their investments and with their money. They're also paying more than their fair share in taxes.
Okay.
They oftentimes don't have anything in place to protect their wealth, and they haven't given a lot of thought to how to efficiently transfer money to their heirs, to their loved ones. Finally, we're also seeing that so many clients have a strong charitable intent. They really want to give money to charity, but they don't know the best tools and tactics to really maximize the impact of that gift on the charity or on their own finances.
So how should people be dealing with each of these areas?
Well, first of all, it's good to take an honest look at where they are now and where they want to get to. We look at the gap between today and the future, and then we look at their team. Is the team that they have in place the right team to get them where they want to go? Do they need to maybe add a professional? Or in some cases, they need to change out one of their advisors to have an advisor who can better help them realize their goals.
So how do people start on this path?
Well, we have a disciplined process that we put in place that really helps people tackle some of the most complex elements of managing money and getting to their financial goals. We use this process so that none of the details get lost in the process. So it's called a discovery meeting or discovery process, and we'll look at 7 of the areas that are most important to all my clients. First, we talk about their goals, as I mentioned. Then we look at their values, which drive everything that they do.
Right.
We'll talk about the relationships they have with other people in their families and their communities. And of course, we're wealth managers, so we talk about their assets as well. The 5th area that we look at would be their advisors. So who are they currently working with? Do they need any more advisors or different advisors? We talk with them a little bit about the process. How do they like to work? And then finally, we'll ask them about their interests and find out what really makes them tick.
So obviously you care about this. What has made you so passionate about this topic?
Well, I'm glad that you asked. It all started for me in July of 1997. I was coming home to my flat in Mayfair in London in a black cab.
Okay.
And it was the afternoon, and I took a black cab instead of the tube because I had my box of stuff. I'd just been let go from my job at an investment bank. So I was home in the early afternoon when I wasn't normally home. I had my box, and I got the mail as I came in, and there was junk mail, and there was also a letter. And when I got up to my flat, I thought, what's this heavy, formal-looking letter? It had a U.S. law firm in the corner and a U.S. postmark, so I knew it was from Minneapolis, where my grandparents live.
Right.
And I wasn't sure if my day could get worse or if I had the resilience to know what might be in this letter. But I opened it up, and there was a single sheet inside, which I unfolded and quickly scanned. And I am one of 7 cousins. The letter was addressed to each of us. And my grandfather was giving each of us a gift of $10,000 worth of stock in 3M. And he was still living, and he just decided to give us each this gift. So the timing, really, you cannot ask for better timing.
Really?
It really caught my attention. There wasn't enough money that I could retire. I had savings from my job in investment banking, but his planning and his gift and his ability to make that gift during his lifetime made me appreciate so much of what he gave me. He was really role modeling planning and careful wealth management. So that moment, that letter, that day, it allowed me to, under the umbrella or the shelter of the planning that my family had done before I was born,
Yes.
Allowed me to really redirect what I was doing within banking, within finance, and bought me some time and gave me some space to realize that everybody deserves this kind of planning.
Wow. So what is the first step that you would recommend people take?
Well, certainly it's a really good idea to get a second opinion on whatever you're doing now. As I mentioned, we've got that 5-step process to move people through an evaluation, where they are, where they're headed. But with anybody, if for instance, if you went to the doctor and were diagnosed with cancer, and the doctor said, we need to operate tomorrow, you'd probably get a second opinion.
Right.
So with these important decisions, I think it's very wise to get a second opinion and make sure that you're on the road to achieving all that's important to you.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thanks so much for having me.
And thank you for watching Success and Wealth.